It didn't arrive loudly. It appeared in one article and then the other. And suddenly, the discussions and conversations began again. People start asking, why now? What changed? And what do these files really tell us? To understand this, we don't need drama, we need clarity. Recently, a fresh batch of Epstein related documents, records that were sealed for years, started becoming public. These are not social media rumors, they come from investigations, court processes, and archived legal materials. For a long time, they stayed behind closed doors. Now they are being slowly opened, and whenever secrecy lifts, curiosity and tensions rise. The man behind these files is Jeffrey Epstein, a man who built his life in the world of influence. Private islands, private planes, powerful connections, and on the surface of success. But survivors told another story, a story about manipulation, exploitation, and silence that lasted for years. In 2019, when Epstein was arrested, the world expected answers. Before courts could fully proceed, he died in his custody. The official explanation said suicide. The questions, however, remained, and those questions are what these newly visible files circle back to. What these files actually are. Epstein files are not single document. They are layers of materials collected over years. Investigation notes, travel entries, legal testimonies, communication records. Some sections are heavily redacted. Some parts are incomplete. Some exist only because survivors spoke and refused to stay invisible. As more becomes public, we begin to see patterns. How warnings are ignored, how systems sometimes hesitated, and how power can quietly slow down accountability. But one point needs to be repeated again and again. Appearing in a file does not automatically mean guilt. A name in a travel log, a contact in an old diary, a reference in an email. None of these equals proof. Context matters, evidence matters, law matters. Without that, stories become speculations and speculations becomes damage. Why the world is watching again? The reason is Epstein files are back in news. Information that was hidden in the beginning to surface. And when secrets move into light, societies look at them differently. We begin asking, are systems fair to everyone? Do institutions treat the powerful same way they treat the ordinary? And how do we protect survivors when the accused stand close to power? Those questions are not American questions, they are global questions. They belong to every society, including India. As this topic resurfaced, conversations in India also began. Not because people are thinking about something larger. If networks like this can exist in strong systems abroad, how do we strengthen our own institutions? Are survivors here being heard? Are investigations fearless or cautious around status? These are uncomfortable questions, but necessary ones. Because the story is not about any single leader, country, or headline. It's about how societies treat power. What we still don't know. Even today, many parts of the Epstein files remain sealed or censored. Some information may never be released to protect the survivors, ongoing matters, or because records were lost. And wherever there are gaps, rumors try to fill them. But truth does not rush. Truth grows slowly through verified facts, careful listening, and patience. The quiet lesson is the Epstein files are not simply a scandal resurfacing, they are a reminder. They remind us that transparency is not dangerous, but secrecy is. They remind us that survivors are not headlines, they are human beings. They remind us that when power becomes comfortable, justice can become slow. And perhaps the most important reminder is this. Light does not enter suddenly, it arrives gradually, opening one window at a time. But when it does, it changes what we see. And this is what we expect from our systems.